Dr. Ruvi Ziegler is Associate Professor in International Refugee Law at the University of Reading. Professor, welcome. So was there consensus among EU ministers? I mean, most seem to praise Spain's handling, Spain's response.
Right. I mean, look, I think we need to acknowledge two things first. First is that there were people trying to cross into a European Union country that is a signatory of the Refugee Convention, and 75 of them have died in the process, as your reporter have said. The second is that the reason they were trying to cross into Spain in this way is because it's ordinarily impossible for them to do what you would expect people to try and do, which is to come to a border crossing and claim asylum there. And the reason that is the case is that Morocco generally, in collaboration with Spain and the European Union, prevents people who come from the rest of Africa from doing exactly this. So this was an unusual occasion, and the Spanish response to it was to return virtually everyone into Morocco. Whether that's legal or not under even the Spanish Constitutional Court's ruling, I think is a very important question to be asking. But it's not surprising European Union ministers are happy because Spain ultimately has summarily deported people who are already in Spanish territory.
So the Schengen area, this free movement area, was not compromised in that no one was able to cross from Ceuta to mainland Europe. So why are countries so critical of Spain?
Well, I mean, as you and your reporter have noted, Ceuta actually has a special arrangement under Schengen. So as a general rule, even though Ceuta is in Spain and as a result in the European Union and in the Schengen area, there are already always checks that prevent people from crossing into the mainland. So there was virtually no chance, even if people had remained in Ceuta, of people making it into other EU member states without a check. So the response of countries like Italy had no factual basis. They really played into a wider, I think, sentiment of trying to enact a form of migration control. Of course, suspension temporarily of Schengen arrangement is something we have seen in the past. We've seen it famously in the 2015 refugee crisis when Germany enacted temporarily border controls with Austria and then various other European countries have followed. So it is something that Schengen countries sometimes do, but on this occasion it just had no factual basis for doing so.
Very, very briefly, the EU Commission President Ursula von der Leyen, before this meeting took place, said that stronger EU borders were needed after the Ceuta crisis. Is she right?
I don't think so. I think fundamentally the Frontex budget, which is the EU agency dealing with EU borders, has a budget of over €1 billion. There are multiple arrangements with countries in North Africa, and they tend to work to the extent that they prevent people from crossing into the European Union. What the EU needs is a model by which people can apply for asylum from outside the European Union in a legal and safe way and not have to rely on smugglers and traffickers.
Dr. Ruvi Ziegler, thank you.